we're doing a pick a card reading today. It is timeless, so feel free to revisit this video anytime you feel drawn to. And you are welcome to pick multiple groups if you feel drawn to do that as well. This is a reading on your future spouse. This is just a quick little rundown about your connection with them. So I will give you time to meditate and choose which group or groups you feel drawn to. The timestamp for each group is going to be in the description below. Hopefully it's been working now where you can see it just on the video screen and you can just scroll to it from there. Otherwise, just check the description box. It'll show you. This is group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So let's look at your partner first, your future spouse first, right? And what kind of qualities I'm picking up that they possess. So your future spouse seems to be someone who loves to be physical with you. There's someone that I feel... Well, we have the embrace card here, but it's in reverse. And I'm picking up from this is it's in a way like they're going to touch you in a way that you haven't experienced before. The depth of the way that they touch you, or like the way that they touch you, it feels as if you feel understood, like you know you're understood, you know that you're safe. Because this person feels very nurturing, right? And someone who is embracing, it feels like they don't want to constrain you. This person doesn't want to constrain you, and your thoughts and the way that you, it's like your spirit. It's like they want to encourage you to push the boundaries of what you're comfortable with, but I don't mean that in a toxic way. This is in a way where they bring out the best in you. It's like where you may have limited yourself, or you may not feel safe taking certain opportunities or chances. They're going to encourage you to follow it if this is something that in your heart or in your mind, it's worth exploring. So they're a very supportive spouse. This person also seems to be someone that opens you up to, it seems to be a softer side of you that is either repressed, and you're aware of this because of past experiences that make you feel you have to be in your shell or have a hard exterior, or this is something that you're not aware of at all, of the kind of person that you would eventually evolve into because you have this person that is such a nurturing energy that you're able to be more, well, it's experimental is what I'm getting, is experimental with your heart, and experimental and creative with the way that you express yourself versus the way that you have been in past connections, and even considering connections that are in the romantic sense. I'm also seeing this person's very adventurous. They themselves are risk takers. They could also be an adrenaline junkie. There's someone that is very active. They pursue things that they feel motivated by, so they're what is the word I'm looking for? There's a good word for that. I can't think of it right now. But when I look at the daydreams and decisions card, it seems to give me this image. It reminds me of Aladdin. And these are looking like these two pillars and looking out and saying, how did that boy, like Aladdin, how did he come up to the balcony? You know, he's on that magic carpet. And it's this feeling I get from that of like you looking out and kind of being amazed. So this person, your future spouse, it feels like they, career-wise, it's something that you aren't familiar with, and it would give that same kind of sense of wonder and confusion of like, I don't really understand how you do that. It's very interesting, but it's a very foreign concept to me. You know, it's kind of like an engineer. He engineered that magic carpet. I mean, it didn't. That's not really how it went in the movie, but just as an example. Seems like your future spouse really is fallen in love with your mind, and there's also, with the decisions, the word decisive that I'm getting. So this decisive nature about you. So the way that you come to conclusions, or the way that you decide to do things, or how quickly you decide to do things, is something that your future spouse admires about you. And that's what they're going to, one of the first things that they're going to notice about you. There's also this sense from your heart that I'm getting. It's like they see the depths of your heart very soon after meeting you, and this is something that they continuously fall in love with as they get to know you. It seems like the way that you've handled your past is also something that they feel very special and honored to be able to be a part of your life, like for you to open yourself up to them. So they feel very honored by that. And there's also the fact that they feel very amazed by what you've experienced and how you've become who you are. Feels like this person's very protective of you, and it's also, there's something about your smell as well that they're very attracted to. And then of course, physically, they're very attracted to you physically. Again, this person feels very physically drawn to you. It's very primal in the way that they are physically attracted to you. And it also feels like, what is that called that people do? You know, it's like a spiritual kind of thing, union. What is that? Anyway, I see a deep connection spiritually and physically. And then I'm seeing the figure 8. So it's like the way that you're moving your energy with this person is in a figure 8. So the energy doesn't cycle out. It's not almost like used energy or like spent out energy. It goes from top to bottom, then circles, right? So it's not the infinity sideways, it's the 8, up to down, up to down. And I'm seeing this in union with your future spouse. So, and it's an intentional union, so that energy is staying within both of you. It feels like this person, your future spouse, they aren't someone who necessarily adapts to these kind of spiritual concepts. It's that, you know, they haven't prior to this necessarily identified themselves with these things. Now, it's interesting because they live by it. So this is either that this is something that they naturally do and they don't have any terms for it, and this may partially be why I'm blanking on all of the terms that I'm looking for in the words. It's like they just live by this naturally. Or this is someone that doesn't subscribe to different identifiers. Like they just are who they are, and they don't want to they're intentionally not wanting to restrict themselves to those certain descriptors. With the well-deserved reward, I'm seeing this in the emotional sense. So I'm seeing these 3 blocks as building blocks, trials in your life, initiation. So it feels as if this was your rite of passage, is experiencing difficulties that altered your perception of life, the way you value relationships, the way that you see yourself, the way that you have also been able to protect yourself. So if you did feel like you relate to being in a shell, then it seems that that had been done in order to protect you, intentionally, right? Obviously you did that for that reason, but it's also on your spiritual journey that this was like the correct move. And it also reflects here as the same image of that healing and breaking these chains. It seems to be that once you've crossed that rite of passage, that's when you meet this future spouse or reconnect with this future spouse, or you have that union with them. Because spiritually, it seems that, you know, with the giving and receiving right here, that the reason it's, oh, I see now, it's even the numbers reversed, right? 9 and 6 right here. And so these chains being broken and the giving and receiving turning upright is spiritually what this union is bringing to you, right? Through these emotional difficulties and the physical difficulties, you've been able to not only work on yourself and heal yourself, but you got to a point where this person has been able to come in and nurture you as you allow yourself to be someone who I feel is giving abundantly, not afraid to overgive, because there's more that always comes in, and you're protected and safe, not just being guided by your intuition, but also in the physical realm and emotional realm, you're being protected and supported by your spouse. With your partner, I'm also seeing that because of your nature, with refusing to see and embrace, I'm connecting it here, and I'm seeing the embrace somehow being connected to their career. So it seems as if you'll also be I'm not sure why this is being pointed out here, but it seems to be that you're going to be able to help them a lot in processing things that are related to their career as well. Why did I say as well? Well, I'm getting for a lot of you that you're going to, if you aren't already, no, it's something different. You're going to be more focused on a creative pursuit than you are on a career. And your partner is going to be more technical, I feel. And so you're bringing in a creative idea or creative concept when it comes to their career. And then when it comes to your work life, it seems like they're putting a lot of trust in you to follow something that feels it feels important to you, but on an emotional level. So that's going to be your focus when you are with this person, when you finally unite with them. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you, group number 1, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Group number 2. So it seems as if one of your future spouse's traits is that they may very likely have gift giving as one of their love languages, with the giving and receiving here. It seems like your future spouse is someone that really wants to wine and dine you, take care of you, and give excessively to you. With the receiving, it feels like praise or love, affection, attention, acknowledgement. It's not necessarily that they expect to receive anything back from you. Even those things, it's more of just, if that's what you would want to return to me, then of course I would love to have those, but it's not a requirement. It feels very unconditional, and just one of the ways that they plan to express their love for you. This person also feels like someone that's really connected to their youthful side. They may also appear like younger than their age, or this is someone that also makes you feel younger than your age. And also I'm seeing it as your appearance changing. It may be just like the way that you carry yourself is going to feel more relaxed and youthful. And I also see this person as someone who is really going to help you. It seems to be some sort of emphasis on yourself. I don't know if it's necessarily prioritizing your appearance, or it's something along the lines of like they give you a lot of things that would provide you with taking care of your appearances, whether this is, say, for a female, jewelry, clothing, whatever it is that would interest you, or men, it could be watches, all, other kinds of jewelry, facial or like face creams, things like that. But I do see something about like you changing your appearance or enhancing your appearance naturally, and with other things that your person is providing you with. This person also feels mischievous, but in a good way. Again, it's more of a playful way, and I feel like this person also brings out the mischievous nature in you. Why mysterious? Why do I say that? The mysterious part I see here is that it seems as if your future partner has some sort of connection to you from the past. And it feels like that's one of the main hallmarks of why they realize that you're the person for them, and why they'll continuously kind of realize, okay, this person, it's beyond just like this attraction and how well we get along with each other, but there's like a spiritual reason, a deep reason here, and it seems to be connected to their childhood, whether you're exactly what they were looking for when they were younger, whether you somehow crossed paths or someone related to you had crossed paths, or they had some sort of vision or dream about you from their past. I'm also being drawn to the kind of like sonic movement in the back of this listen card, and also, now that I mention it, the word listen here. So there is some sort of spiritual guidance that your person had been drawn to that is confirming that you are the one for them. They are listening, or they have been listening to this type of guidance. Your guides here are coming through also to say to allow your person to come in. Like, take the energy of receptivity, allow them to come in. It's kind of like, don't throw water onto your flame, like your ambition. Like, if you are someone that really has an idea and follows it, has a belief and goes for it, again, just an ambitious person, you can continue to do that and be that person, but you can also simultaneously embody receptivity and not necessarily feel the need to control future some sort of circumstance. So it's kind of like they're drawing me back to the more like childlike energy, and it's kind of playful like that. It's like, kind of be more playful with it. Like, you don't have to be you don't have to continuously take initiative, or you don't have to make it so kind of almost restrictive. It's like, okay, this is my plan and we'll meet at 10. Like, just kind of go with the flow. Allow plans to kind of naturally evolve, allow other people to take the lead, and kind of just go along with it, right? You can still kind of control. I'm getting this image of a fair, okay? Like a county fair or a state fair. I don't know if that goes beyond the United States. I'm sure other countries have different fairs at different events, okay? And so it's kind of this feeling like, okay, allow yourself, instead of saying, okay, 7 p.m. we're gonna go to dinner and this and this and this. It's like, let them choose, and then let's say you decide halfway through dinner that you just want to leave and go to the fair. And it's like, well, are you okay with that, right? So you still have agency over your decisions, but you're checking in with yourself if you're okay with it. And then that kind of leads into a night at the fair, and then that leads into all these other kinds of things, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm seeing is like build on your ability to kind of let other things develop naturally, but you can still be yourself in that. You don't have to try and go all the way to the other end of things and not be naturally you, right? Dreams coming true is being highlighted to me right now. It's interesting because I keep getting this controlling factor here, and so it seems like you're someone who really wants to kind of know what's going on or be in control of this situation, just be aware. And it seems like you and your future spouse are the perfect blend of this, because you're able to, again, have control over what's going on, but at the same time, I think just explain it back to that fair situation where being with this person is like an ever unfolding adventure with new surprises and new situations. And I say situations because it's bringing me back to the giving and receiving card of how your future spouse is someone that wants to continuously give to you. So it's like they know you so well and they're able to play off of that. So they're going to, it's like, let's say that you're someone who really enjoys Italian food, then they'll book a trip for you to go to Italy together and, cook together and learn, different things and eat at whatever different places that you want. And then, from there, it's like, not only did they kind of book this surprise for you, but they found out from you, right, like when it would actually work best for you. So it's like very effortless and very perfect. That's what I'm getting. It just feels very perfect between you guys, where there's no feeling of having to compromise a part of you, right? It's a complement of both of you. With the nurture in reverse here, I'm seeing this as a very important theme when it comes to you guys, of seeing it upright feels grounded, right? And seeing it in reverse feels more in my headspace. And I don't see this in a way that's too airy-fairy. I'm seeing this in a way where spiritually you guys come together in such a way that it feels divine. Like it feels like there's no way that we weren't we there's no way that we weren't supposed to be together. There's no way that we weren't supposed to find each other. There's no way that there's anyone more perfect for me, right? It's like two perfect people that aren't opposite. Like I don't see you guys as being like complete opposites, but I'm seeing that your strengths complement the weaknesses of the other. And so together you guys work so well with each other. And you're still grounded, because I see the nurture card as an emphasis on like the core theme, or like your core values, which is being grounded, and not just grounded in the sense of like kind of being grounded in reality, but it's also like building. Like it feels very much like you guys work really well with each other to build a strong familial foundation. This is something that is what a lot of people admire in relationships, especially when it comes to, I feel like the practical part of things, you know, it's like people, I'm speaking in general, but people look for relationships that are like what I'm seeing here, you know, is like you're a very strong, reliable partner, and it's not just a strong relationship, but just the good life. You're living the good life, right? You take care of each other, and I don't see a lot interfering with you guys, you know, and there's not, I'm not even seeing a lot of like genuine jealousy here when it comes from others. This is just being highlighted and pointed out. It's like people really admire you guys. This is the couple that people really admire and like would go to bat for this. You know, if there was any sort of like negative, you know, evil eye coming here, there would be like 12 people behind that saying, hey, like, you're not going to be talking about this couple. Like, they're perfect. Sorry, you're just a hater. So I really see, again, just to kind of get back on about the nurture card here and the groundedness, it's also an equal balance of you know, when you see dreams coming true, it's kind of that same energy, right? It's like that airy fairy feeling when your dreams come true and see it unfold in reality. So that's what I'm seeing for you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, group number 3. So your future spouse seems to be someone that initially is quite intimidated by you. It seems like this feeling that they have of being intimidated is also what kind of makes them fall in love with you and keep them on their toes, where it's like you can see right through them. You're quick to analyze a situation and like people in general and come to the correct conclusion. So them observing this puts them on edge, but also in a good way, where it feels like they like it. They like it. And it's like they hope, that's what I'm feeling. It's like when they first meet you, it's like I hope that what they see in me, but also them having the ability to see through me, that what they see they like. And having the well-deserved reward card here feels like this is the connection that you guys share with each other, where your person puts you on a pedestal. Let me just also interrupt here and say, if you felt drawn to other groups or you're having difficulty picking the group that felt like you resonated the most with, then I would use this as confirmation that those other groups or group does have some information in there for you. Maybe this is going to paint a more well-rounded picture of your connection with your future spouse. So them putting you on a pedestal is not to say that they're objectifying you or they're not seeing you for exactly who you are. It's just that the way that they feel you deserve to be venerated. Like, they honor you and they see you as, like, I'm seeing, what is that? With the two guys, and they're like, we're not worthy. What's that movie? Oh my gosh, I can't even think of the movie. What is that? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's an old movie. But that's kind of what I'm saying, is like they feel like, oh my gosh, like what an opportunity to be with this person, and I'm going to do everything I can to worship them and show them how much they mean to me and make sure that they're taken care of and they're happy. And there's a part of you that it's connected to your spirituality or your intuition, that they are taken aback by. They find it so alluring and so attractive, and it kind of makes them feel like it's I don't know how to really explain, because I don't want to make it seem like the imbalance is something that is toxic. Like this is like, you know, you see those relationships and like the partner is so in love with the other one, like they're equally in love, but the way that one of the partners expresses it is just like catering to them. That's what I'm seeing here, is that this individual, your future partner, wants to cater to you. Very loyal to you. It's an emphasis on loyalty. And in fact, your guides also want to say that there's not much you really need to do here in your, like, currently. There's kind of like just sit back and relax, because they're taking care of this as far as the connection and uniting. I heard reuniting, so that could be significant here, whether that's in this lifetime or reuniting from a previous lifetime. But your guides, they're saying this is all divinely orchestrated here, and you can kind of sit back. You don't really have to keep looking or searching or doing anything, because this is all going to kind of unfold in a way that you're already on that timeline. You're already working towards this. You're doing a great job. So I do see this connection as something that well, I'm seeing this teach here, and they're speaking to a bunch of children, so you may be forming a strong bond with others, whether this is showing, like, teaching by example of a healthy relationship, a loving relationship, or this could be developing a large family and having descendants that you will guide, and I just see an emphasis on like this individual here telling stories about their connection, their past, and so it seems like you guys will be able to share something about your relationship that's going to help others in some way. Refusing to see and manifest. These two cards here are connecting to each other right now. What am I getting with this? It seems like there's something about your relationship that defies what may have been, I am seeing a breaking a bond, like almost like a family curse. So this is either your partner or your family curse, or like a bond. I don't know if curse is necessarily true, but I think that's more of just explaining what it is, where there may be infidelity or just broken relationships. And so I'm seeing this as one that breaks those karmic family, like, bloodline loop And it feels like from that side of the family, like they'll be skeptical, because it almost seems as if it doesn't sit right, maybe because of just like distrust in someone that may be from the surface, again with the pedestal or overgiving or anything like that. But once they kind of see, like they're around it more, and this could also kind of connect to the teaching, then they'll realize like what healthy relationship looks like, what an honorable and trusting relationship could look like. And that also sends off that higher resonance and heals. It like continues to heal, not just because the bond itself is breaking it, but the reverberation from other people experiencing a kind of love like this allows them to feel more at peace in certain parts of their life. So this is a very healing connection for a lot of people that have that are going to be indirectly influenced by you two. I'm seeing movement, and I'm seeing like big trailers, or like storage buildings, like the trailers that are on like 18-wheelers, big vehicles like that. So it seems like you guys are going to be moving somewhere as well, and that seems to be an important factor in how you build your family. And that's essentially what I'm seeing for you guys, that this person, they love you so much, and they really honor everything about you. And it seems like one of the biggest reasons, not one of the biggest reasons, but one of the reasons why you two are even fated to be together, and why your guides are coming through of saying, hey, like you're already on the path, like it's destiny. You're doing everything right leading up to this and to continue this, is because the love that is shared between you guys, that good energy from you two, is supposed to affect the world. It's supposed to affect many others. It's supposed to develop legacy. So you have many, many purposes, and this is one of the big purposes in you guys being together. This is something that you guys had promised, prior to incarnating here, of part of your mission here, completing here. So that's what I'm seeing with you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!